Geringverdiener und Flüchtlinge gegeneinander ausspielen. So sieht es auch der Sozialverband.
This is yes or no. Is Trump's name ever mentioned in Project 2025? Yes or no? Just yes or no. I got you.
Within the document itself,
yes.
There are a number of references to the former administration.
So is Trump's name mentioned just one time?
I believe it's mentioned more.
Okay. 5 times.
I haven't counted.
Oh, okay. Well, if I told you that his name is mentioned approximately 312 times, would you have any reason to dispute that?
I don't have any reason.
Okay, thank you very much. So it's interesting that we want to try to pretend. We're not going to pretend in here. We're going to work with facts.
Diddy had been trying to get to Bieber for a minute, and his management was backing him off. But it wasn't until Usher took over management and had guardianship and gave temporary guardianship to the diddler for 48 hours. Think about that. He had already been to the hospital. That situation that Gene was talking about. And you still took Bieber there. But you got custody of him first. Diddy had already tried. They wouldn't let him. Actually, someone made reference to the fact that Diddy trying to get at Bieber the way he was trying to get at Bieber was looking a little predatory. And then Usher came in and discovered it and managed him and got custody of him and promised to look after him. And then he sent him to the diddler. Does that sound like a good guy?
It's horrible.
Does that sound like a good guy? Now that we know what Diddy's really like. They're not seeing what the intentions was in his heart when he took Justin Bieber there.
Oh.
Let's be honest. He took Justin Bieber there.
Unfortunately, we need to talk about what happened to Marcellus Williams. We just talked about the man on Monday. He was convicted of murdering a woman by the name of Felicia Gale back in 1998, though he has always maintained his innocence. And last January, the prosecuting attorney in the same office that convicted Williams more than 20 years earlier, he said that he thought Williams was innocent as well, with him even filing a motion to overturn the conviction, saying that the original prosecutor wrongly rejected a black juror, that the 2 main witnesses were not credible, and then on top of those things, that there wasn't any physical evidence tying Williams to the murder, with actually last month a new analysis finding no traces of Williams' DNA on the murder weapon. Instead, they found that the knife had been contaminated with DNA from a prosecutor and investigator working on the original case. But instead of that exonerating him because the evidence had been mishandled, it couldn't be used to prove Williams' innocence. And so eventually, after a bunch of back and forth, we got to this week, with the Missouri Supreme Court at least agreeing to consider a last-minute appeal by Williams' attorneys, just a day before his scheduled execution. Right, and Williams' lawyers didn't really even focus on the innocence claim, but basically explained how the process had been so flawed that his execution just couldn't be justified. But by Monday evening, we saw the Supreme Court not buying that, and they declined to halt Williams' execution. In the end, his other avenues of appeal, they failed as well. Right, Governor Mike Parson denied clemency, and finally, yesterday, the U.S. Supreme Court rejected the final request to halt the execution. And so last night, after more than 2 decades on death row, Marcellus Williams was executed. And one of the things with this is he is actually just one of 5 people being executed this week. But follow to stay in the loop.
Anyway, I think I'm cursed with rage, y'all. I am cursed with it. Because I do a pretty good job of selling face, and it looks like I'm nice. I might have a mean face or whatever, but I do a pretty good job. I don't yell at anybody or nothing recently. Like, I don't do that. But boy, on the inside, I be boiling. I be so hot for no reason, and it's stupid reasons too. Like I be pissing myself off. It's like, and it's childish. That's why I do a pretty good job of not showing my rage outward, because I know it's childish. Half the stuff is really bad because like, I don't like being told what to do. Like, stupid shit like that. I don't like being told what to do. at work. Like, what? Like, make it make sense, George. That don't make sense at all. And you know what? I think it's more because it's more depending on where you came from. Like right before you told me what to do. It's like if I seen you twiddling your thumbs or some bullshit like that, and then you come, hey George, can you go do a backflip? How about you suck? How about you go like stupid shit like that? It's like don't lay your laziness on me. Or one thing that bugs me is when, damn, I just had the thought. Oh my God, hold on. My fucking memory's so damn bad. I'm recording this right after work. Is when when I notice you trying to use me to show that you working. Does that make sense? It's like, okay, say like somebody who, I'm over here, I'm finna come help you. Like don't use me. All right, go pretend to work somewhere else, man. That shit kind of be pissing me off, man. And then like the thing I was saying is I pissed myself off. It was a couple days ago, and I forgot my headphones. No, I didn't forget them. I didn't bring them on purpose because sometimes I'm trying to do this whole thing. I'm trying to like not be at work mentally. I feel like it's unhealthy to not beat her, if that makes sense. Like sometimes I have to beat her. I'm right here. I'm going to edit in me. I've recorded what the warehouse sounds like, so I'm gonna edit it in right here. See what it sounds like. It's whatever. It's really noisy. I don't know if I'm gonna put it in the background or just cut it in between or whatever. Whatever. That's what it sounds like. So I had this idea. I'm gonna just think. I'm gonna just think for the whole 10 hours. But you know what? 10 hours is pretty long. It's a long time. 10 hours feel like 11, 13, 17. It feels like a long time, especially when you're thinking about it a lot. I should have left my watch too. That's what I should have did. I should have left my headphones and my watch. So I just don't know what time it is. And I just kind of like do whatever. But for some reason, when I do certain sections of work, the whole day just feels slow. And that day felt extra slow. And I was going through it. And I was putting myself through the hanger and just what I'll do is I'll create arguments. Create future arguments. Just I don't know why I do it. I don't know if it's like to prepare. Like am I mentally like practicing for situations? But it never works because I never get into these situations. It's always like really far fetched, and I always piss myself off to the point where I would never get into that situation ever because of how bad. how damn, I forgot the term. How much I failed at keeping my cool in this scenario in my head. I'm like, all right, we're just going to avoid this completely because you're not good at this, man. You're not good at this at all. And what I mean is like far-fetched situations that'll never happen. Is like, okay, so Lil Wayne, the rapper, right? Years ago, I want to say not so much the beginning of Black Lives Matter, but around the time Black Lives Matter was like really popping. I want to say like 10, 12 years ago, something like that, right? An interviewer asked Lil Wayne about it, and a lot of people say he chuck and jive. He was like, oh, I don't even know what Black Lives Matter is. Hey, no, crime ain't that bad, like that kind of stuff, that kind of thing, right? And he was very like narcissistic, and he was, it's just about me, and the only thing that's important is me and my bitch. And then he did that, and he like winked at the camera. It was really cringy. Why did we get this motherfucking money? Huh? All of this is because of like the Super Bowl and people being hurt that all of this is coming up because of the Super Bowl, and they picking Kendrick Lamar over Lil Wayne, even though it's supposed to be in New Orleans. And Lil Wayne made a video talking about like, oh, he was hurt or whatever because it's his city, right? But then people brought up the interview where he don't really care about black people, and that came up, blah, 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 right? So I was thinking about that, and I was like, what would I do if I was in this situation? Both now and back then, if I was asked those type of questions. Because because I was thinking, sometimes a lot of my answers, I don't really pay attention to a lot of stuff. And I feel like sometimes as a celebrity, I'm not saying I'm a celebrity, I'm just saying in this scenario, it's like, and other celebrities, it's like people put a lot of pressure on them to know everything on celebrities. Like they put like politics level worth of knowledge on dumbass like rappers and movie stars and shit like that. And some of them eat that stuff up and pretend like, what's his name? Terrence Howard. Look that shit up. Oh my God, look that up. Him and Terrence Howard and his math. And he's like creating math and stuff like that. I would love for like 100 years from now, his nonsense to make sense. He's like, oh yeah, because of the... I don't even know how to explain it. He just, for years, he's been trying to pretend he's like this secret super genius or whatever. But this isn't about Terrence Howard. Just, that's a rabbit hole. I'm telling you, go on YouTube and just look up his interviews of that. But no, I'll say if I was in this situation where Lil Wayne was, right, what would I do? Because I don't pay attention to a lot of stuff. As you listen to this show, I'm not fucking smart. I'm not that smart. All right, I know my stuff. I know the things that I pay attention to, but like, and I'm trying to get into politics, but it's boring. It's so boring. But I try. I'm trying, and if somebody was asking me stuff like that, what's a good example? Ooh, I don't have a good example, but let's just stick to the Black Lives Matter thing. It's just like, because I feel like the program, the whole thing, the people who's in it are kind of scam artists. The message, I understand, and I'm down with, but it's like I can't be 100% with Black Lives Matter trademark because of those people who's like using that money and kind of profiting off of this situation, which is ironically they're doing the same thing that they say that the so-called enemy is doing. So it's weird. So it's like I'm in this weird neutral space. So, but being a celebrity in this scenario, if I said that, I would come off as like anti-black or something. I know I would. It's like, oh, you don't believe in... People will will cut what I say. I say, I don't really believe in Black Lives Matter. And cut that and misinterpret the whole... my whole message. They ignore the whole part where I said, I don't believe in the people that's running it. Not the message or anything like that. They'll just take... they will take me just saying, I don't trust Black Lives Matter. Run with it. Articles will be everywhere, right? So I'm like, oh my God, what would I do? And then I created this interview with Charlamagne the God on the Breakfast Club. and he pisses me off. Sometimes he does good interviews and like certain people, like I just saw an interview with him and Diddy, and he had kind of exposed him. And so sometimes certain people, he does really good in like exposing them for the stuff that he do. But sometimes he pisses me off trying to piss people off instead of just like being a good interviewer sometimes. And I feel like in this scenario that I created, that would happen. He would use that part where I said, hey, I don't believe in Black Lives Matter, and just run with that and misinterpret it. And he'll ask me these questions that I don't remember exactly the questions that I was creating, but I know it was pissing me off, and I was going off on him. He probably said something like, "Oh, you don't believe in, what HBCU do you believe in? Not believe in, but like donated to or anything like that." He's like, and I remember whisper yelling for like 40 minutes while I was on the line, because it gets real tedious. I'm doing the same thing. You just pick up a box, put it in a correct shelf with its correct letter and number and stuff like that. So I'm just doing that. And you kind of lose your mind a little bit. So I was just like whisper yelling for like, I was like, "Motherfucker, what do you mean? Because I don't say all the bad things and saying that I don't believe in them, so I'm bad. But it's all doing this." I was like, "You mother, what charities you donated to, Charlemagne?" I was just going off, like whisper yelling. Somebody saw me do it. I know people watching me, because what I've noticed back in my a couple of relationships ago, back when I was living, with Tiffany, right? That's the first time I noticed that what I think is whispering, and I'm to keep to myself, people can actually hear it. And I was doing that in the bedroom, like, because I just got home from work, and I was like, so I'm going through like what I'm finna do in the house or whatever when I get home. I'm like, I'm finna go take a shower, blah, blah, blah. Instead of thinking it, because if I think it, ADHD, I'm gonna fucking go this and that way. I'm gonna never get to the point, so I have to say it out loud to make it real. So like, take a shower, figure it on the computer, finna record the podcast, and like stuff like that. That's how I'll do that. But real low, real whisper, to where I can barely hear it, but it's because I said it. Now it's real. You know what I mean? But that was the first time I noticed in that relationship. She told me, "You talking to yourself again." I was like, "Oh shit!" So that made me real paranoid for like years. I don't know if I'm because damn. I apparently talk really low, so I always thought nobody could hear me. So I always took advantage of it. But apparently my whispers are loud and my normal voice is low. So whatever. So yeah, that was real long-winded, man. It's just so silly. It infuriates me how I'm pissed off right now. How angry I am. Damn, man, my mom fucked me up, bro. Probably my dad too. I don't know. I don't know if he was secretly angry too, but it's just a combination of them two. I don't know. But okay, we gotta talk about Diddy. Let's pull up the charges first. All right, so of course he got arrested for a bunch of stuff. I mean, I'm serious, like a lot of stuff. Sexual assault, trafficking, and all this stuff. I'm gonna get into it once I find the actual link. But the first thing I want to say before I forget, apparently he went to Howard. He went to Howard University. He didn't finish. He dropped out. They gave him an honorary doctorate like years ago. I'm thinking back in 2014. This is what this one link says, right? The Howard Board of Trustees voted anonymously to accept the return of Mr. Combs' honorary degree conferred upon him in 2014. So they gave him back. They revoked his honorary degree that they gave him, which honorary degrees I don't even understand in the first place. I should probably look that up. What is the point? I'm not gonna do that because then I'm gonna go down a rabbit hole. Anyway, they gave him back the money that he donated, which is like $1 million. Which, personally, I don't feel like that was a good move, especially with him getting arrested. I know he's a billionaire. He probably already got the money or got the assets to be able to bond himself out, whatever. But the thing is, it's a bad look because I feel like that's on paper, it seems like you're doing a good thing by oh, we took away his degree. Yeah, because we don't play that here at Howard. But you gave him $1 million. That's where it bugs me. You gave him $1 million from. I don't know, when did he give the money? I'm gonna assume that he gave $1 million in donations back in 2014. So that money should be spent. That's plus it's a donation. You didn't have to refund a donation. It was a donation, whatever, because he didn't pay for the doctorate, right? I don't know, whatever. Anyway, my point is, it looks like a bad move on their part. All right, I found some good links, good enough anyway. It's a lot of them, so I'm reading an intro to it on Yahoo. I'll leave all the links in the description if you want to read them yourself. And then I'm gonna read half of the Yahoo and then half of People, because People got some of the funnier stuff. I mean, the Yahoo News is actually just an insert from People, so I mean, so whatever. The point is, what is Diddy accused of? Sean Diddy Combs, aka Puff Daddy, aka P Diddy, aka PD, aka Puff, aka Love. What's funny about that is it's on the official court papers. They have all the AKAs on there, so it's just like he known for all these names, and they put it all on there. And at least for the first few pages I did read or I watched some YouTuber read it all. On the first page, every time they mentioned his name, they said almost every name too. So it's like. But anyway, Sean Diddy Combs was arrested on September 16 on charges related to racketeering, sex trafficking, and more. Here's where the rapper is jailed now and what's next. Sean Diddy is currently jailed after being arrested on charges of racketeering, sex trafficking, and transportation to engage in prostitution. The rapper was taken into custody on September 16 after nearly a year of ongoing investigations, which included home raids and several lawsuits against him, alleging sex abuse and rape. The allegations came to a head in September when Combs was indicted on 3 charges, and a judge denied the $50 million bail. So I guess that $1 million from Howard didn't really matter. But still, it's still a bad look in my eyes. In the indictment, prosecutors alleged that Combs manipulated women into engaging in highly orchestrated performances, which he called freak-offs. And that also alleged involved paid male sex workers. Per the indictment, Combs also paid sex workers and women to fly to wherever he was located at the time. And then I'll move over to the other article. Combs allegedly used drugs, influence, and intimidation to coerce women. Combs, who has amassed enormous power and influence within the music industry over the past 3+ decades, is accused of using this influence to ensure that the women participated in the freak-offs. Combs allegedly would exert control over victims' careers and leverage his financial support by threatening to cut them off. The indictment alleges the mogul also allegedly recorded the freak-offs, which was sometimes not known to the victims. Further, prosecutors claimed that Combs provided drugs to the victims to foster complaints. Drugs supplied allegedly included cocaine, oxycodone, ketamine, among others, according to the indictment. Victims received IV fluids because the alleged freak-offs were physically exerting and sometimes lasted several. Okay, let me stop right there. One, I get an orgy. I get it, but what? How are y'all so? It's not sex deprived, but how are you that horny to the point of, let's fuck for multiple days? Yeah, let's fuck for multiple days. That's how can you get to that mindset? That's what I don't understand. Especially why does this always come from like rappers or like superstars or people with money and stuff like that? Why is that always the thing you go to? You have it's so weird. You have the ability, like as you see, he has the money and the power to get any woman he wants. But no, let's do these weird. Let's do these weird sex things for like. You can, like I said, you just get any woman. You can do whatever. It's just I guess you can do it, and then it happens, and you get bored, and you just keep escalating. What's more disturbing is like it's a lot of stars, movie stars. Oh, excuse me, basketball stars, sports stars in general. Did I say movie stars? It's a lot of people who not only knew about this but were attending it. I'm gonna look that up too. I'm gonna look that up and just get a small list of possible people who knew about these weird things and just kind of kept quiet about it. And it's a lot of people. As of this recording is September 23rd, 2024. It's a lot of people scrubbing their Twitters like completely. A lot of stars doing that right now because right after he got arrested, it's saying and they trying to say that they got hacked. They didn't get hacked. No, they trying to scrub clean of the past, which is they got a digital footprint. Somebody got a screenshot of some creepy stuff that you said or you was a part of. And this is going back 30 years. That's what's crazy. How you horny for anyway, whatever. Alleged physical abuse. The physical abuse allegedly inflicted by Combs dates back to at least 2009. Prosecutors claim in the indictment Combs, because I'm scrolling down my phone. Combs allegedly punched, kicked, dragged, threw objects at women, and his alleged behavior was sometimes witnessed by others, according to the indictment. There's a video out there of him. I don't know if it was his girlfriend at the time or wife. She was running from him in the hallway, and he punched her while she was trying to run away to the elevator, then dragged her back to her hotel. I wouldn't say go look for it, but I'm just saying it's out there. He ran out in like a towel, so she was trying to leave while he was like in the shower or something. One alleged incident in a Los Angeles hotel in 2006. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, a Los Angeles hotel in 2016 was captured on camera. Prosecutors say. That's all I do, just keep reading the damn article, George. In the video, prosecutors allege Combs kicked, dragged, and threw a vase at a woman. In an attempt to ensure silence, prosecutors allege that Combs attempted to bribe a hotel staff member who had tried to intervene. Alleged involvement of Combs' employees. Through Combs is accused of arranging the freak-offs at the center of the indictment. Prosecutors also say his employees helped facilitate them. The employees, including high-ranking supervisors, security staff, household staff, personal assistants, alleged help book travel for the victims, and sex workers and book travel, the indictment states. They are also accused of having stocked hotel rooms with supplies, cleaned the rooms afterwards, in addition to having resupplied Combs, delivered cash to pay sex workers, and scheduled delivery of IV fluids. That too. Not only are you like extra horny to do all this stuff, right? And well, you know what? It's not even about being horny. Apparently, it's about power and being able to do that to people. But still, it just seems like I guess I'm just lazy. I guess I just never had that much money in my pocket to understand. But it's just like it seems like a lot of work to fuck people, to have sex with people, when you could just have it for free. You getting multiple people who you are putting yourself on the line at all times. Just because you bribe these people or you threaten these people don't mean they won't say anything. As you can see, he got arrested, and now people are coming out because other people will get arrested. So he's like, people are scared. They're like, all right, well, I don't want to get arrested too, so here's some more information. Don't arrest me, please. So I can never understand the mindset, man. I'm not. I don't have $1 billion, so. And this is the funniest part. More than 1,000 bottles of baby oil. I thought that was just a meme from like TikTok, but apparently it's true. It's on the court documents and everything. 1,000 bottles of baby oil. When when Combs Homes, say that fast, in Los Angeles and Miami were raided in March, prosecutors say authorities found freak-off supplies, including drugs and over 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubricant. Jesus Christ, dude. I mean, I guess you got to stock up, man. And then it's a picture of him with that long-ass fucking lineup. Oh, my God. Let me see. Let me find some more stuff. This is just, it's not funny, but it's so sad, man. Okay, I found some of the list. I don't know how official this stuff is. All right, I will say that I don't know. I'm just reading off of these articles, based off a guy named Jones filed a lawsuit in February 26, making a number of accusations against Combs, including sexual misconduct and grooming. Jones also accused Combs of participating in sex trafficking activities, blah, blah, blah. He named off a few people that was a part of it, part of all these shenanigans, or at least benefited from these freak-offs that had underage women in it, where they were sexually assaulted. Stevie J, you've probably seen him on TV. A redacted name of a Philadelphia rapper who dated Nicki Minaj. That's Meek Mill. I got read it earlier, but it didn't hit me. But a Philadelphia rapper, that's fucking Meek Mill. Again, I don't know how official all this stuff is. I'm just reading off of it. A Grammy Award-winning R&B singer who had trouble with law enforcement after assaulting a Bojung billionaire whose name is also redacted. That's probably Chris Brown. And the Bojung billionaire, that's probably Rihanna. But I don't think Rihanna's a part of it. I think it's about Chris Brown, because I saw that on another article saying Chris Brown was a part of these freak-offs as well. Which I thought he wasn't. I wouldn't think that he'd be probably into like the sex part, but I didn't think he would be like the whatever. Young Miami, that's obvious because she was dating Diddy for a while, if not still. Prince Harry, that's a surprising one. According to court documents, Jones alleged Combs' associates gained access to international dignitaries like British royal Prince Harry. That's crazy, if that's true. Cassie Ventura, I heard the name, but I don't know who she is. Bishop T.J. Jakes. That I seen multiple memes about him. T.J. Cakes, people been calling him. Whatever. And all these other names, I don't know who they are. Georgia Mass Choir. Damn, got the whole choir. Donald Lawrence. The Clark Sisters, Smokey Norval. Fahim Muhammad. DeForest Taylor. And Jose Cruz was named in a court document. Like he is the gatekeeper to all of Mr. Combs' recordings. And then in this other article, I don't think they are a part of it, but they were mentioned. They were saying that these celebrities are pretty quiet, very, very quiet, who probably has something to do with it. Minus Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber, I'm going to give him a pass because he was ushered in by Usher who into the Diddy party. So out of all these people, honestly, as surprising as I am defending Justin Bieber, he was young. He got Diddy-fied by Usher. So the deafening silence from pretty much every celebrity close to the rapper include names like Jennifer Lopez. Sorry, not Justin Bieber, Usher, Anna Wintour, Leonardo DiCaprio. Oh, Leo. That's obvious because all he does is date young girls. That's pretty obvious. Prince Harry, again, that's pretty surprising. Little Kim, Paris Hilton, Mariah Carey. Oh, we might not have. That's probably the only good thing. Not good, but like we might not hear a Mariah Carey Christmas. If she getting she's a part of this. She's definitely not getting the deals. That's going to be a downfall. This is going to be a different Christmas, I swear. Jay-Z and Beyonce, I have to say this. This is going to be the ultimate test of like fandoms. You know what I mean? Because this is why I don't. Because Drake was also named in one of those people that was in these freak offs. Justin Bieber, Chris Brown, Rihanna, Nicki Minaj, and Drake. Not only that, Wright claimed numerous celebrities were in the alleged video. So again, I'm just reading off, so I don't know how true it is, but I don't really talk about the whole Drake thing. I do. But I'm not as like I was a few years ago, because I've noticed, like I said, people don't care. People don't, as long as they releasing music, they like this celebrity, they like this stuff. They can say whatever weird, freaky nonsense because they rich. They don't care, right? And I only had that as like a rumor, as a conspiracy. Like the fans are more predatory than these artists, because they let them do it. They put the money in their hand to do this stuff, and this will be the ultimate test of that with Jay-Z and Beyonce. Mostly Beyonce with the Beehive, and Beyonce can't say she ain't got the power to coerce, get away from Diddy and do her own thing or whatever, because she could easily, with her when it comes to like fan base, she's way more powerful than Diddy. Ain't nobody searching no Diddy to listen to that. But Beyonce, she her own genre almost. She can do that. She got like her and Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift wasn't a part of this. I don't think so. But when it comes to fan base, at least like Beyonce, you got Taylor Swift. They got that kind of fan base that they can just get online and be like, she could have called him out on some stuff that she's seen. Like even if she was a part of it, right, and got on video by accident or something, doing some weird stuff, she can explain it away with her fan base and get. We could have got taken care of this like years ago, 10, 20 years ago, but she didn't for some reason. If she actually was a part of it, she didn't do something. She didn't do anything for some reason. She got the power, way more powerful, and if I'm not mistaken, her and Jay-Z. To at least together a billionaire couple, right? Making a bunch of money. They could have got away with it, so they on some weird stuff too. So if it comes out that they were doing this like weird trafficking, or at least profiting off of it or whatever, this is going to be the ultimate test to see if the fans are going to do something about it. Which unfortunately I don't think they are. She gonna release an album. And they're going to forget about it. Lemonade, too. Something like that. Freaking freak bottle. I don't know. So Mariah Carey, Jay-Z, Beyonce, Rick Ross, DJ Khaled, Ashton Kutcher, Will Smith. I've been hearing stuff like that. It's so much stuff going around saying that he was having sex with a dude or whatever. But I don't know. I try not to. I can't help it. I don't look for this information, y'all. I don't. It just pops up on me, and I gotta react to it. I don't look for it. The Kardashians. What makes me think is Kanye a part of this too, which I don't know. Or at the very least, he was calling it out. That's what I was saying too. Damn, this sucks. Cause look, check this out. I've been defending Kanye for years. Right, it's really hard to because how he explains stuff, but he's been calling out Diddy and the industry for stuff like this years ago. Even if he is a part of it or was a part of it, he's calling out. But people call him crazy, right? And you know what happened when he was doing all this stuff, saying whatever with the Trump stuff and just saying all this outlandish stuff. You know who was quiet, who was supposed to be his friends? Jay-Z and Beyonce. They stopped fucking with him. I wonder why. It's probably deeper than just, we don't want to be affiliated with someone who's crashing and burning. It's probably way deeper than that. Yeah, I hate to think about this. It's probably true. He's probably a part of it too, but the thing is, he's been trying to say something about it, and people just don't want to listen. I'm not going to give him a pass, but I'm just saying. Didn't there those famous people who gone out their way to delete previous social media posts they posted in the past. Looting, it's a lot. It's a lot, y'all. And I tried to wait it out, but yeah. Oh yeah, LeBron James too. That's the big one. Because people been saying this is gonna mess up his legacy. Old videos of LeBron James bragging about Diddy parties resurfaces. Now it could also be LeBron like to lie. It's a whole joke. It's an inner joke that LeBron James lies about a lot of stuff that he does. But this seems like a weird one to lie about, to be a part of. So we'll see. We'll see what happens in the coming months, man. I hate to see that it's happening, but it's good to see that it's finally being seen. That's really all I gotta say about all this.
Hey, what's up? Okay, this is the end of the episode. Essentially, I've already kind of held this episode for 2 weeks, and I'm actually at the end of the editing process. This is just I'm not gonna talk about anything else. This is it. If y'all like how I got the beginning, let me turn this shit down. Jesus Christ, watching Naruto. That's hard too. I'm trying to like edit, and since it's in Japanese and I got to read it and edit. So whatever. The point is, let me know if y'all like the template of like the whole radio thing and like news stuff. Cause sometimes like the Marcellus thing, I'm not gonna pretend that I was following the whole thing. So it's like it just seems a little disingenuous for me to like jump on the same thing. It's like so I'd rather just post like a news section, some audio of it, so that y'all know that I'm at least paying attention to it. But I don't have anything unique to say besides it's like what everybody else is like repeating. Plus, it's way too late. Is it like it's already? Not that it's okay. It's just too late. It already happened. Like we can't fix it now. The government already don't like us. You already know. Blah blah blah. So yeah, let me know if y'all like the template. I'll keep doing that. It just takes a little bit more time than usual. So. But I like this little format. I record every couple of days or whenever I have something in a matter of about a week and a half, and then kind of just edit from there. Future plans. We get a slight little bump in pay at my job. A little bump in pay, and peak is finna happen. So it's a lot finna happen in the next like month or 2 months. So I'm gonna try my best to try to edit as much as possible and do as I can. Or I might just, if I don't record a lot, and y'all don't hear from me, just know I am recording. It's just I haven't got the chance to put it all together. So whatever. So if I want to send in some topics to help the process a little bit easier, please send articles to the email at thewhomst, thewhomst@gmail.com, or text or leave a voicemail at 725-999-2704. So I appreciate y'all. Love y'all. See y'all next time.